One of my members came up to me and said, Simon, what would happen if you put water down your iron shaft? And I said, Dwayne, I haven't got a Scooby. Guys, how you doing? Welcome back to a brand new video. Simon down here at Burford Golf Lab, and welcome to a brand new series called What's in My Shaft. Now, all joking aside, Dwayne, one of my members, loves giving me ideas, which I do appreciate because 22,000 heads is a lot better than one. So if you do have ideas, more insane the better, please send them to me, and I'll always give you full credit for the idea. But he said, what about filling a golf shaft with some kind of substance? And I'm starting off with water because obviously that's an easy one, but give me some suggestions down below and let's see where we can take this. Now, before we get into this video, I have to do a few updates. Number one, my baby is due in the next 2 weeks. So if you see me go incognito and you don't see many uploads, that's potentially why. I haven't forgotten about you. I still love you guys. Just be a bit patient. Update number two is that I won my first long drive event. Bit awkwardly, you guys are going to roast me. Rick Shields invited me to the range night he held at Trafford Golf Centre. There was loads of creators there and a load of you guys, which was fantastic to meet some of you. And there was a long drive comp. Obviously, I'm not going to give too much away. But anyway, I won it. I just used a standard driver, but I didn't hit it that great. But I still took first place. I gave first place prize away because I just felt, well, pretty guilty, to be honest, as this is what I want to do next year. But just make sure to keep your eye out for that video Rick's going to post because it is going to be quite humorous. I might do a reaction video to it. And also, I want to beat Rick to 1 million subscribers. He doesn't know this. He's giving me all this help and advice, which I do appreciate, but I want to beat him to 1 million subs. So if you wouldn't mind helping me, he's got a bit of a head start at the moment. If you wouldn't mind helping, hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Also, 1 million sub giveaway. What about indoor simulator? I don't know how much Rick's earning from the ad revenue, but I'm pretty sure I could probably give away indoor simulator. So 1 million sub goal, giving away a simulator. I know one of you is going to basically freeze this and I'm going to get this played if that ever happens, and I'll be like, oh great, I have to spend 40 grand on an indoor simulator for one of you. But what an amazing giveaway that would be. However, let's get back onto the topic of this video because I do like to go on a bit. Graphite shaft, regular. I've got two identical 7 irons. I'm choosing graphite because obviously steel would rust. But they're both demos. I'm not particularly worried. M4 7 iron, one with water, one with not. Test them side by side. Try and give it the most fair test possible, even though this is kind of a pointless test. You never know, I might have just stumbled across the next best thing. 2021, we might have speed induced water for better, straighter, longer drives. Probably not, but it might happen. Right, let's go and fill this, get on with this test, and then we can just get on with our weekends. But before we do that, like, subscribe, comment. And we're back. So, how does it feel? Well, the one with water in it feels heavier. Shock horror. This is kind of exclusive content you guys signed up for. You've only got yourself to blame. So I'm going to hit the one with water first, and then the one with water in it. I filled it pretty much to the brim. You can't actually tell. It just feels heavy, obviously. You can't actually tell that there's water in it. It's not like sloshing about at all. So I think 5 shots. 5 shots with each. Let's see what happens. Hopefully the one with water in it goes 300 yards. This video goes viral. Everyone's a winner. So I've set the flag about 185 because the M4 is always going to be more de-lofted as a beginner slash cavity back slash cast iron head. So 5 consistent swings, no water in the shaft. Let's go. So pretty good numbers. I imagine this is probably lofted at about 30 degrees. I haven't quite checked what the M4 was, but 6,000 to 5,000 in terms of spin for a 7 iron, which is around about where you want it, and launch. Obviously it's going a mile. So 5 shots, quite consistent. The water one, I've actually left this on the radiator, so the water started expanding coming out the top. So we've lost a bit. Anyway, let's do it. Interesting findings. Is it though? Probably not. Maybe? Let's get into it. Okay, I'm going to quickly run through the numbers and not bore you guys too much, but I tried to make it as fair as possible. Number one, I mean, there's not much difference between either. I actually felt better with the water in it because obviously I like a heavier shaft. It did feel heavier, it felt more counterbalanced, there was more weight in the grip rather than the head. That's just my personal opinion. Now, interestingly, spin rate was higher with the one with water in it, but ball speed on average was higher as well. Now, GC2 does not measure clubhead speed, so it's basically working out clubhead speed by taking this ball speed here and using the smash factor. So forget clubhead speed whatsoever. Ideally, I'd be able to know what clubhead speed I was hitting it, but we don't, so don't see me. So higher ball speed with the one with water in it, but I could be more warmed up. That could be like a placebo effect. I just want the one with water to do better so I get more views, etc, etc. But I did a retest. I hit two harder with the regular flex golf club just to get an idea. So I hit this one at 138, this one at 39, close to 140. Spin rate 6,600 with both. So that's quite consistent. What I would say is the highest spin rate I got the whole time, which was pretty much flushed at the target, was 7,100 with a 135 ball speed. This on average, even though these were lower ball speeds by 3 miles an hour, the spin rate was actually higher. 6.8, 7.1, 6.698. Okay, 2 that I probably chunked. But on average, higher spin rate with a lower ball speed. Even when I hit the one with no water in it harder. That's pretty much all I could take out of it, really. So there you have it. If you want to get 10% spin increase across the board with your irons, all you got to do is fill them all up with water. I was surprised to see how little it affected in terms of sound and feel, even though one shaft's got a liquid basically in it. I don't know if there's anything in that. Obviously it has changed the numbers. At the end of the day, if you want to get those numbers, go to a softer flex. Obviously I was using regular flex in both of those. You swap to like an A flex, then you're probably going to get similar numbers. So obviously pointless test. However, is there something in the future that we could be doing to shafts to make, I don't know, more tech in it? Because you could potentially add some weight, especially the top end, and not necessarily make that much difference to the overall feel, even though we want light shafts and faster club head speed. Didn't really make that much difference in terms of distance, launch angle, descent angle. So there could be something in that, i.e. like winter time, could you get grips that warm themselves so that your hands aren't freezing? Something in that regard. Is that something that we might see in the future? How much, if we add minimal weight to a golf club, does it make that much difference, especially depending on where you put it in the club? Obviously, if you put it very much at the end of the club or down the bottom, you're going to feel a big difference in terms of swing weight, but throughout the entirety of the golf club, leave some suggestions down below. What do you want to see in the shaft next? Shall I put some... Actually, I'm not even going to give you suggestions. I want to see you guys come up with the suggestions. Anyway, there is my pointless video for today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Leave this video a like if you liked it. Subscribe if you're new. Catch you guys later.